It was the largest land empire the world has ever seen. From the frozen forests of Siberia to the sun-drenched plains of southern China, from the Sea of Japan to the edges of Europe, the Mongol Empire expanded across continents like a rising tide no one could contain. But before the empire, there was only the wild, open steppe, a vast, untamed world home to scattered tribes of Mongol and Turkic nomads. These people herded sheep, cattle, yaks, and camels. They lived in round felt tents called jirs, moving between summer and winter camps as the seasons changed. Their lives were tough, but full of freedom. Women held real authority, leading migrations, managing herds, and keeping their communities strong. Men trained from childhood in the art of horseback riding and archery. Though these nomads often clashed, their world was about to transform. Enter Temujin. Born into Mongol nobility but left in hardship after his father's death, Temujin rose not through privilege, but through vision and grit. Where others relied on family loyalty, Temujin did something radical. He promoted people based on talent. He shared victories equally, and he broke tribal divisions by mixing different groups into a united force. By 1206, he had achieved the impossible. He united the people of the steppe and became Genghis Khan, the great Khan of the Mongols. The Mongols were deeply spiritual, believing that the natural world and their ancestors held great power. Above all was the eternal blue sky, ruled by the god Tengri. Genghis Khan believed Tengri had given him a mission to bring order to the world. With the steppe united, the Mongol campaigns began. First came northern China, then parts of the Islamic world. After Genghis Khan's passing in 1227, his descendants, the Golden Lineage, carried on his legacy. In the 1320s, they advanced into Central Asia and Eastern Europe. In the 1240s, they confronted European forces. By the 1250s, key regions of the Middle East came under Mongol control, and by 1279, their reach extended deep into southern China. But conquest was only part of the story. Once the Mongols secured a region, they often allowed local governments to continue, using existing administrators to maintain order. They supported all religions, encouraging leaders to pray for the empire's well-being. The Mongols deeply valued knowledge and creativity. They brought artisans, engineers, and scholars from across the lands they governed, resettling them in major cities to continue their work. One of the most prized creations was gold brocade, a luxurious fabric combining silk from China, dyes from Tibet, and the craftsmanship of Middle Eastern weavers. These exquisite textiles decorated Mongol rulers, their tents, and their horses. They also welcomed gunpowder specialists from China, and with much of Eurasia united under Mongol rule, trade flourished across the Silk Road. A vast relay system of messengers ensured swift communication and security. At sea, commerce surged, especially in the famed blue and white porcelain, which fused Chinese ceramic artistry with vibrant blue pigments from Iran. But unity didn't last forever. Mongol succession wasn't automatic. Power struggles emerged between brothers, uncles, and cousins. Often, royal widows served as regents, guiding their sons through turbulent times. By the 1260s, the once unified empire had split into four powerful khanates. In China, Kublai Khan's Yuan dynasty ushered in a golden age of science and art. In Persia, the Ilkhanate supported architecture, learning, and beautiful Persian miniatures. In Central Asia, the Chagatai Khanate would eventually produce leaders like Timur, and later Babur, founder of the Mughal Empire in India. In Eastern Europe, the Golden Horde ruled for generations, until the rise of a small trading center called Muscovy, which would grow into modern Russia. Though the Mongol Empire eventually fragmented, its legacy remains unmatched. It reshaped trade routes, connected distant cultures, and changed the course of history forever. The Mongols weren't just conquerors, they were world builders, and their legacy still echoes across the continents they once ruled. I have been your host, Myths and Legends.